initially kind of like having, you know, the one I'm with, not the one I love. You know, I had that in my head. And I was like, man, how can we bring that to life? We were kind of sitting down and going over that melody and that thought, and I was like, man, it's crazy. Like, I have an instance in my life that I think we could draw from, and it was from this napkin that I had kept in my wallet forever, like through 2 different relationships. There was a napkin that I kept from one of my boyfriends that I dated back in Pennsylvania. There was a poem that he wrote on a napkin, and it meant a lot to me. I kept it, and I just never, even when I switched wallets, like, stick it back in the next one, and you know, like, it was kind of like, I don't know, I've been in really bad relationships after him, and I always kind of like went back to that and said, you know, I definitely loved him way more, and this guy loved me way more than what I'm in right now. And I kind of like just wanted to hold on to that sentiment because it meant a lot to me. And, you know, so we started talking about that. That's where kind of like the second verse of the song, that's where that came from.
One I'm with, not the one that wrote the note on the napkin, tucked up inside of my jacket that I can't fathom not having, or crying or laughing.
One of our friends, you know, she was like, this is like my song. You know, she's gay, and she was like in high school. I mean, prom sucked, you know, it was like all those, like, dating sucked, and I could never be me, and I was always with somebody that I knew I could never see myself with in the future, because I just didn't feel accepted, or it just wasn't, you know, it was just really sad, you know, and I was like, man, this is crazy, like, we were just...
Yeah, it was very bizarre. We'd never really written a song that had such different perspective put on it, when, you know, that had nothing to do with you know, how it was written or what we were talking about when we were writing it. You know, like running into you is pretty upfront. It's like, you're running into your ex. Well, that's something that we can do.
Yeah.
We do every day. You know, and so
we had to dig, yeah.
Well, whenever you hear it, it's like, oh, that song's about running into your ex.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. But this one, like, you talk to 10 different people, you get 9 or 10 versions of what the song's about. And that was a pretty special feeling.
Yeah, and like even the first verse, it was like writing it, you kind of had to just go back to that time when you were still in love with somebody else and in a relationship. I mean, it weighs on you so much, you know, because you don't want to like hurt the person that you're with, you know. You don't want to be a bad person. You don't want to do that. So it's like all you want to do is scream it sometimes at the top of the mountain, like, I don't want to be in this anymore, like, this isn't right. And when he sent us the treatment, which is what you saw, which is what it came to be, it gave us chills. We were like, yes, this is it. This is what it needs to be.
Yeah.
And there was really no thought about it after that. And, you know, making the video and just kind of like watching the actress do her thing, it was very emotional. It was like, it was a big deal for me. I was crying the whole time.
Yeah.
It was like,
it felt like an opportunity to make a video that might mean something to somebody, as opposed to just making a video. Mm-hmm. And while not every song is like that, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just need videos, you know, that are whatever. And we thought, when we had been talking about it, it's like, if we don't take this opportunity now, you don't know. I mean, you hope to have another thing that could be taken, another song that could be taken so many different ways and mean so much to so many different people, but you don't know. Mm-hmm. And so we're like, well, we have this opportunity, we should not waste it. And so we tried to make a video that kind of said something.
It was actually Justin Clough, who had said, even while we were making the video, he's like, I just love this because it's like, she doesn't love herself. So when you say, the one I'm with, not the one I love, it's kind of like you're looking in the mirror and saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It became a whole other thing, you know, like while we were doing it. So I was like,
yeah,
it was great.
So we had read the treatment, and we were emailing back and forth between Justin, and we said that we really loved it, and kind of told him that we were going to fight for this treatment, you know. And he said, awesome. And then he got right back to us. He said, man, you know what? I just reached out to a friend of mine that had just come out, and I had not spoken to him in like 12 years. And I feel terrible about myself, but because of this, I did this. And I was like, you know, I remember clearly, we were sitting around my fire pit out behind my trailer, and I was like, dude, it already made somebody a better friend. Like, and that's, if it had just stopped there, it would have been worth it. But if it can do anything for anybody else, it's like, that's just gravy, you know? So, yeah, it just felt good.